There's nothing wrong with you. You just need to get better at accepting now and leaving and grieving. It's really not as confusing as it feels sometimes. You know, sometimes we meet people, there's good chemistry, we like them, we want to pursue something more with them. We create a fantasy story about the relationship. We project our ideal future onto it. And then sometimes it stops being fun, or you start seeing red flags. Or maybe the person says something like, I can't meet your needs, or I don't have the emotional capacity, or I don't think our futures are aligned. This is a boundary. This is a no. They might not say no directly, but this is a no. Accept the no. You know, and if we want to be people that have other people respect our boundaries, we need to respect other people's boundaries. We need to honor when somebody is saying, this is too much for me, I can't participate in this. When somebody says, I can't do this anymore, I don't want to do this anymore, it's not an invitation for us to prove our worth or try to challenge that belief and show them how good we are and how great we are and why they should pick us. And this is how you get into these issues of negotiating your worth with somebody. I don't know about you, but I'm not doing that anymore. If you want to be somebody with standards, you have to respect your own standards. You can't say, oh, well, let me compromise a little bit and we can come in somewhere below that. You have to hold the line. It's your responsibility to be the person that shows up for that. And that's why it's so important to have like a non-negotiables list, or being able to determine for yourself what is enough. What's it going to look like for me to be getting my needs met in a relationship? What do I need? And what do I want? And what are things that I am flexible on? You know, what's acceptable for you? What's okay with you? If you want a partner that can be reciprocating and that can show up emotionally for you and be present in the relationship, then you can't be continuing to want to engage with somebody in a romantic way or in a relational way when they say, I don't have the capacity for a relationship right now, right? Do you see how those things aren't aligning? And the more time and energy you spend on engaging with something that isn't really aligned with what you truly want, the further you prolong the likelihood that you're going to get what you want. If that's really what you want. You know, if you want to play games and be toxic, like, more power to you. I've certainly spent plenty of time doing that. But if you want to really evolve, you have to put down those behaviors. And you have to realize how you're contributing to your own, like, devaluation here. They said no, it means no. No means no. We're not haggling. The price is the price. The boundary's the boundary. The standard's the standard. These are the systems that we have to put in place in order to get more. This is what you need in order to be able to receive more as a system for holding more. If we want to be people that receive more in relationships, if we want to continue to have new experiences and evolve in relationships, we have to commit to holding our standards and boundaries, and we have to commit to ourselves to showing up differently and not compromising on things that are really important to us. We have to respect ourselves. We have to value ourselves. And we have to respect when somebody can't meet those needs. We have to respect when somebody says no, whether they say it directly or indirectly, with their words or with their actions. And then leave it and grieve it, okay? Maybe you really wanted this to work. Honor that feeling and come into a place of acceptance where it's not happening, though, at least not with this person, and that's great. The universe is unlimited and abundant. There's literally like 7 billion people, 8 billion people on this earth. So many opportunities. Give yourself some space and grace and then come back at it with an open heart. You can have anything that you want, but you're the one that's responsible for setting the standard. And that comes with being aware with what you're choosing to accept and taking accountability for how you're showing up too. Okay, love you, bye.